Hello everyone, and I would like to welcome Dr. Pravin, the founder and CEO of VyaparJagat.com and Acquintius Information Technology Private Limited. He is from Botad and living in Ahmedabad. And since 2003, when he came for higher studies, where he came from a very humble background, from a farmer family, and he has moved beyond that, where he has taken IT as a career choice and moved with BCA, MCA, and being a Microsoft professional. Over a period of time, what has landed is something that we see today in our workshop, in a kind of an event which is being called as a Greenpreneur. And that is where, from all about architecture, we got very interested and we collaborated with him to reach out to a wider community. So, in this discussion, we would like to take a discussion from someone who has created a very different roadmap for himself. What promoted him to move towards this and take this journey towards sustainability? So, I thank you towards coming here, and I would like to welcome you for our community members in all about architecture. And I would also like to understand from the very part as to what motivated you behind creating the Greenpreneur workshop, or the event that you're not the workshop, sorry, the event that you have thought of. So would you just let me know of it?
Absolutely, and first of all, thank you so much, Sairi, for inviting me to this particular discussion. So, Sairi, yeah, so I mean, I know it happened when we had the last event. So that was the Fempreneur Conference and Awards 2022, right? So in that particular convention or the conference, I was discussing with some some experts, and we were discussing about that, what exactly the why we are celebrating Women's Day, and what are the set of things people are doing when they are celebrating the International Women's Day. So one of a very known and a close friend of mine said, every Women's Day is having a proper theme. I said, is it? They said yes, and they say, okay. So then I told them that what is the theme of this particular Women's Day, and they said this particular Women's Day's theme is the climate or the sustainability, and that's how it has given me some strike. And then I said, okay, let us keep 2-3 sessions in this particular conference about the sustainability and climate. And so we had a good speakers on those sessions, and I came to know a lot of things about the climate. I mean, the challenge the entire world is going to face. So many things I knew. Then I started doing research, and I found that it is going to be a global challenge. And then I found that a lot of countries are putting their efforts to make the climate proper, or the environment proper, or even when we say a social sustainability. So in fact there are more than 100 countries are putting their efforts, and that's how we thought, let us try to have some sort of awareness, wherein personally I felt that I was not aware about lot of things when I just heard the word sustainability, right? So that's how I thought, let us have a the entire event, wherein at least our aim is to spread a word, and people should know about different kind of sustainability, and how someone can be an eco minded while doing at least some changes in their routine, some changes in their the kind of routine activities. So that's how we thought of this particular event, Vasairi. Yeah.
That's really nice, because I completely agree with the fact that the world is at a stage where sustainability is not an option but a requisition for us. Like when we make businesses, when we go towards businesses, one of the main pointers we focus on is the profit margin. Similarly, if we
Correct.
are moving towards businesses, the other part which we need to focus is on sustainability. And there can be no other way than for construction industry, which I would imagine has a very big impact on the uh, unsustainable ways of living. And that too is a huge change, because what has happened is, over the last years, the way how we used to live, that has changed. The materials that we use, that has changed. initially it was very localized thing, but right now we see very big buildings and constructions and things happening. So would you kind of take me to a next idea about what exactly the greenpreneur concept is that you have thought of for, and what are the like the way forward for it? So I would like to understand more on that front.
Absolutely, Sairi. So, Sairi, I know before I'll jump to the Greenpreneur Convention and Awards, I just want to say that the major our work wherein as a organization, as a the platform vyaparjagat.com, our our always aim is to enhance life of entrepreneurs, or add some sort of value to the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So that's how we thought, let us have the event wherein we can recognize the eco-minded entrepreneurs, the nature lover, the green entrepreneurs. And so there were when we organize an event, so it has multiple aims. So one is, we want to provide a platform to such leaders, those who are contributing towards this particular thing. And so that's how we thought of convention, wherein convention is something wherein we can invite all such unsung heroes, those who are contributing towards sustainability or towards nation building, but they are not finding a right platform where they can go and speak, right? So that's why we keep convention, and again we keep it virtual, because when it is virtual, anybody can attend from any place. And for even speakers or the leaders also, they can join our event from any place. So that was the idea of convention, to keep it virtual. And we also thought of keeping some recognition, again the better, or the the longer recognition purpose, wherein we thought of awards. So we have 21 categories as of now, wherein we are taking nominations. And especially we are focusing more on construction, because construction is a kind of area, or construction is a kind of domain which we understand that it is a base of sustainability when we talk about, because our living is starts from the construction. So that's how that's how I hope I have answered your question. Again, if you
Yeah,
have anything
you
counter.
have. I wanted to, yeah, very much, yes. And for me, I would be very interested to know, like you did mention about Vyapar Jagat. I would
Right.
like to know, how does this fit into the bigger vision about Vyapar Jagat? Like, how does the greenpreneur concept kind of fits into the bigger vision of your process in which you are going to develop Vyapar Jagat?
Yeah, so see, personally, when I, as you have, introduced myself. So in the introduction, you said that, so personally, I am coming from a technology background. I am running the IT company since 2011, and I love the startups. I went through the startup journey, and I found that in India there are more than 94% startups are getting failed, and there are a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason was they are not visible. They are not having a proper platform wherein they can tell their story, or even they are not able to find the right mentors. Why? Because they are not visible. Even they are not getting the right customers or vendors, right? So that's how we thought of a platform, vyaparjagat.com. And when the day we started this particular platform, our mission was to enhance or impact life of 1 million entrepreneurs. I mean, again, the growing entrepreneurs, those who are actually struggling in their growth journey. So that's how Vyapar Jagat was started. And the basic services that we provide on vyaparjagat.com is, so mainly we are featuring stories or the journeys of entrepreneurs. You can consider, like any startup story, any leader story, any woman story, any success story, right? So even any entrepreneur we do feature, when they are having a lot of challenges in their journey, and they overcome from those challenges, and they have a kind of success story, or even failure story, we feature on vyaparjagat.com. We also have a Vyaparjagat TV, that is our video platform, wherein we are taking a lot of video interviews, and we are promoting and featuring entrepreneurs through that particular channel. So but the idea is to provide a platform wherein people can come and they can speak, and they can have an opportunity to network with other entrepreneurs, as well as they can establish some sort of relationship, and they can constantly learn about what is happening around the business world, what is happening around the Vyapar Jagat, right? So that was the motto, Sairi.
That's very nice to hear. Basis of following to this, I would like to know a bit more on the greenpreneur part.
Yeah.
I would be telling you like most of the designers and vendors are a bit
Mm.
skeptical because there are many such work, I would say, events which happen and
Mm.
prizes which come in, which go in with a paid competition. Like you make the payment and your name is out there and you win some kind of accolade. So I would like to understand how Greenpreneur is a bit different from there, and how would you be actually assessing whether the product is actually making the impact that it is claiming.
Thank you so much for asking this particular question, Sairi, because this is something wherein even daily I am getting one or two call wherein what I have to pay if suppose I want to have an award in my hand, right? There are two classes. Okay, one class is wherein people are looking for such paid awards, and the other class is wherein people genuinely award such kind of concept. But the fact is there is no value of paid awards. For a few days, when you promote your trophies and things on social media, people find you like they have achieved. But when they know about the organization, when they know about the organizer, they definitely they will find that it is something which is a paid activity. And at Vyapar Jagat, what we do is, so we call it as a rated awards. Okay, when we say so, even in our trophy symbol, you will see that it is clearly mentioned that it is a rated awards. And it simply means that it is not something wherein we are doing paid awards, not at all, right? What we do is we have a very structured and very transparent process. For any event, for any awards, we open the categories on the website itself, so anybody across the world can go and look at the categories, and they can put their nomination there. And once they submit their nomination, we have a internal jury. They look at the organization or the business or the individual, and then they shortlist those nominees. And once we shortlist, we give the certificate to nominee that you have been shortlisted, and they can have the shortlisting certificate. Then we list all these nominees on our voting platform. So in our assessment process, there are two major things. One is jury assessment, and another is a public voting. So we have given weightage, 50% weightage to jury assessment and 50% weightage to public voting. So that's how we are assessing all the nominees. And one more thing is, as I have said, we are making it very transparent. So we are listing all nominees on our website itself. So anybody who is nominating, right, they can even look at the categories, and they can find that how many competition or how many competitors are they are having. And sometimes people are calling me and saying that can you say how many nominees are there in this particular category. I simply say that you just visit the website greenpreneur.in, and you will find all shortlisted nominees there. Because when I say voting platform, so it is a public voting, right? And if suppose it is a public voting, so it is not just a responsibility of nominee who has to find all the votes. It is something wherein being a platform provider, we are listing them on our platform, so that anybody who is visiting vyaparjagat.com or anybody who is visiting greenpreneur.in, they can look at the nominees, and if suppose they find the profile interesting, they can also submit their vote, right? So that's how the transparent system we have made. And we are every time we are getting a lot of feedbacks, and we are making it better and better, Sairi.
That sounds really nice, Dr. Pravin, because I think many of the serious contenders work away from such events when they think like it is just a paid event and the value of their product does not get a space. So I'm very happy to hear that you have kept that kind of a transparent system for others to even realize how it is. Yeah, you want to say
So
something? Please
yeah,
go.
Sairi. So I want to add one more thing is, and so this is our fourth national event. So fourth national awards we are doing, right? So we all always come up with a unique concept. So like this is we are doing for the greenpreneurs. So when we started, so again I'm running a startup. I'm running the organization. A lot of people are working under this particular organization. I also have to look at my balance sheet and my expenses and everything. So the idea was we are always looking for sponsors and supporters, those who can get visibility. They can brand or promote their businesses on this particular event. But on top of it, just to have the seriousness of nominees also, we kept a small fees. So in three events, in the first three events, we had a nomination fees which was just 999 rupees, right? Then again, I got feedback wherein people were saying that why you are charging nominees fee, fees from nominees, right? So that's how we again, for this particular event we come up with a concept of taking deposit. Okay, because see, we always want to make some sort of filter, because when we are not making any filter, so one greenpreneur may apply to 5 categories. Okay, or it also happens like, the one who is not serious, they will also just take out 5-10 minutes and they will submit their application, because it is just a small form we have kept there just to take the nomination, and then we are sharing the detailed jury questions in the later stage through the Google Forms. But when we are getting an application, so it is our moral responsibility to follow up all the nominees. And we have also seen that even people are paying the fees, they are not submitting their details about their application, right? So that's why there should be a filter to just to have the seriousness about their nomination, their application, and that's why we are keeping a small deposit which will be refunded at the end of the event. That is our promise. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that, I think I would imagine participants would appreciate this clarity, and I hope like that is what goes through, so that they become much more, what should I say, they can use this system to kind of reach out to their wider audience while kind of taking their stories up. So thank you for that. And I would like to also know, like, I would imagine taking up a greenpreneur as a subject or going
Hmm.
for construction industry for the green construction is a very new phenomenon as such, because most of the cases it has always been the realtors or the developer houses or government which has been talking on it. So as a private organization who has kind of stepped into this space, how do you see yourself in this space? Like, do you see, like, while you have been going ahead talking to so many people, do you see you can adopt certain changes in your lifestyle for your businesses, or it is just some buzzword which is being thrown around right now? What is your take on the hot take on the entire discussion?
Yeah, so again, very interesting question, Sairi. So in beginning, I will say that I am learning. Okay, so because I'm coming from a the farmer family, I entered into IT. I started learning a lot of about technology and technical stuff. Then I jump into this particular, because that was my passion to know about more businesses and to interact with entrepreneurs. So I love interacting with entrepreneurs, to especially the greenpreneurs, for taking this particular event. And one more thing which I want to add is, we are running a talk show to when we are interacting with greenpreneurs. So we are featuring their stories on this particular talk show. So it is named as Agrotis Presents Talk with Greenpreneur, and that is the show wherein daily one greenpreneur we are featuring on our Vyapar Jagat TV channel, and I am personally talking to them. So see, I have during this particular journey I have learned so many things. And as you have seen that how you are adopting, or so initially it was a new subject for me, wherein I was trying to understand. I was doing a lot of web study and stuff. So then slowly and gradually I have started understanding all the concepts. So mainly I say these three big words: reduce, recycle, and reuse, right? So at one point of time it looks very simple, but when you start thinking about one particular word and you go into depth, then you will find a lot of things. And to be very honest with you, right, so earlier I was not managing so many things in my routine, but now I have started thinking twice whenever I go and buy anything new. And again I always look at that, is it something which we can reuse, is it something which is can be recycled, right? Or just to make things environment friendly. I always now think twice before going for any stops, right? Because when we know that, because see, Sairi, I'll share this, where today a lot of things became very cheap. Okay, and what happens is, people think that अभी इसको छोड़ो ना, नया ले लेते हैं, है ना. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ
Absolutely.
रीयूजिंग, या इंस्टेड ऑफ रीयूजिंग दे जस्ट थिंक लाइक, अच्छा मैं तो, मेरा अर्निंग तो इतना है, मतलब मेरे लिए ये क्या है, मैं नया ले लूँगा तो हो जाएगा, मतलब इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो बट ऑन द अदर साइड इफ़ वी जस्ट फोकस एंड थिंक कि अगर सब यही सोचेंगे, है ना, इफ़ एवरीबडी इज़ ओनली फोकसिंग ऑन just earning side of it and nobody is thinking about the reuse, recycle and reduce, then ये पूरा कहाँ जाएगा, मतलब. सो इट विल बी समथिंग वेर इन, जो आज की डेट पे हमें जो एक प्योर वाटर एयर जो हमें चाहिए, जिसकी मतलब, तो वो ही अगर नहीं मिलेगा, देन वी विल बी इन अ बिग ट्रबल. our health, our life, the entire society, right, it will be in a big trouble. So I would suggest everybody should think of it. And yeah, so especially your community, Sairi, as far as all about architecture is concerned, right, you people are the architects, and you know how, what to give, and how to convince people, right. So yeah, so I hope I have answered your question, Sairi.
Yeah, you have, and I'm so very happy because I think it is about learning along the way. Every one of us is learning. It's not that we
बिल्कुल.
know everything, and if we are open to learning, is where we can make the changes or the positive changes that we can. Uh, while we are staying in the age or the time that we are, we can see that many of the cities are facing such challenges, like where there is air pollution. Think about Delhi, the capital of India. There is a water shortage for Bangalore and Chennai. There would be some temperature changes which are affecting many of the cities. These are real life impacts which are happening. And to kind of reach out to the wider citizens so that they're also aware. Awareness programs and communications like your platform is also very much needed. Like architects are a part of it who can help. But if as individuals we don't demand that change, it will be very difficult only for an architect to go ahead and convince. So I imagine, I would say, like what you are doing is a very big step in kind of creating that kind of an awareness. And I hope you kind of go ahead and keep on continuing to assess at least the product. Like it is just not someone pays and goes ahead and gets their product listed. So if it is assessed properly, if they get a feedback from the community members who are trying to use that product, and that is that kind of a business that gets a visibility. I think that would be very helpful in the long run, even for the bigger community members. So I really thank you, Dr. Pravin, for joining us for this call. And I hope you get some very good participations in the Greenpreneur. Best of luck, and I look forward to see how that kind of shapes up.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. And before Sairi, we sign off for this particular session, my one request to all those viewers, those who are watching this particular interview, this particular discussion. So the event is happening virtually, and the dates are 13th, 14th, and 15th of August. Timing will be 10 o'clock till 5:30 p.m. Right. So it's going to be a 3 days full day, I mean virtual discussions, wherein we are inviting a lot of greenpreneurs, though they are going to discuss on various different subjects, right. So it is not just about the green which we are going to discuss all 3 days. We are going to discuss lot many new things, and I'm sure you will learn lot many things when you will attend this particular convention. So I request you to please block your date, and if you are if you have some sort of the client visits or something, so it is virtual, you can watch it live on Vyapar Jagat TV. And if you want to get notified, so I just suggest, take out 1 minute, go to YouTube and just type Vyapar Jagat TV, and you will find a channel Vyapar Jagat TV, and subscribe to that, so that you will keep getting notifications for all our such stories and events. Thank you so much, Sahil.
Thank you so much for coming in for the call. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.